Hey, didn't see you there? My name is Ikwan, the curator, the librarian, and for you, the storyteller. Did you ever hear about green building? Green building is a fascinating building that resource efficient and environmental friendly to their life cycle. It can be determined by the Green Building Index (GBI). Let me tell you a story about a man named Mr. Lee who succeed in their life and to make a better world by purchasing green building.
Oh, Mr. Lee. Hello, Mr. Lee.
Hello, Mr. Maan. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Are you free this weekend? I would like to meet you and would like to ask you something.
Yes, I'm free at weekend. So, do you already set up the location where we can meet up?
Okay, good. We meet at ABC restaurant on Saturday.
Alright then. Meet you there later. Bye. Hey, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Mr. Maan. Long time no see. The purpose we met up is I want to buy a new building to increase my asset. So, can you give your own opinion about this?
If I were you, I would purchase a building that has a high green building index rating or GBI. So this GBI building, mostly known as a sustainable building, which can provide energy saving, water saving, and a healthier indoor environment. Also, a better connectivity to a building transport and the adoption of saving or recycling and greenery of their projects. And finally, also can reduce our impact on the environment.
I agree with your opinion. Mr. Maan, did you have any friends or entrepreneurs who involved with GBI project?
Well, I do know someone that probably will increase your interest on purchasing this type of building. If I'm correct, his name is Dato Ikmal. I know him when someone promoted him, maybe some kind of influencer promoted him. Says Dato Ikmal is a very successful businessman that has something to do with this GBI rated building. So, if you really wanted to purchase this GBI building, we probably should talk to him.
Sure, Mr. Maan. Introduce him to me.
Alright, let's go then.
Happy man gets what he wants. It's the best when you have a great friends, right? Little did he know what challenge that he needs to go through. Who is this entrepreneur that Mr. Maan mentioned? It is a friend or a foe?
Hi, Mr. Maan. Long time no see you. How are you?
Hi Dato Ikmal, I'm just fine Dato Ikmal, still not just like Dato Ikmal.
Everything needs time, Mr. Maan. And how? What's the reason you come here today? And who is this guy?
Dato Ikmal, this gentleman right here is he known as one of the top 10 most successful businessmen in Malaysia. There's a lot of people know about his success and all by his fame in this business world.
Hello, Mr. Lee. I'm Dato Ikmal, and you can call me Man if you want. I'm a director of this company, and I'm having a 20 years experience on handling kind of a big project in Malaysia, such as Gamuda Berhad, PNB, ILI Property, and so many.
Hello, Dato. My name is Mr. Lee. From what I know from my friend, you known to sell some building that GBI rated, right? So I'm here wanted to purchase this type of building from you.
Wow, great to hear if you wanted to purchase such a GBI building from me. And by the way, there's a lot of a property with high rated of a GBI. For sure, I would like to give you the high spec and high rated GBI property. It would be the best property if you wanted to make a such as your personal housing or investment. And I will give you such an example of the criteria on assessing building with high GBI rating score for at least 18 points. Hence, it will be a complete to fulfill with high energy efficiency, high indoor environment quality, and sustainable site planning and management and water efficiency.
How about cost, Datuk?
Don't worry, Mr. Lee. Because of you and Mr. Ma'an here, I would like to give you the best price as the name of our first friendship. Maybe today I give you a cheap price. Maybe tomorrow or another day you can help me. So here the price, Mr. Lee. I will give you a shortlisted price from the market level. I give you extra 10% discount from your final purchase with me. And also because of you are still my special customer in Malaysia, I give you best price which is below market level. Like the property around 1 million, I can give you around 800k with a fully covered processing in the bank, and also negative I give you discount negative 10% from me.
Whoa, great to hear that, Datuk. I wish I'm the best buyer from you. So, Datuk, how about qualification for Green Building Index?
For qualification for GBI, you don't need to worry about. Everything is under control and managed by my company. I already told you, you'll deal with a professional with 20 years experience on handling a property in Malaysia. As long as you're happy to purchase with a low price property, everything for you, Mr. Lee.
How about you, Mr. Ma'an? Can I trust him?
Come on, Mr. Lee, you're one of the most successful businessmen in Malaysia. From what Dato' Iqmal just explained, I know it sounds a little bit suspicious, but I think we just should take a risk, you know?
Okay then, let's go.
Did you guess right? Mr. Lee began to feel anxious about this whole situation. And on his way to the reliable sources, which is local authority. Without this body, what will become to the building control in our country? Mr. Lee on his way alone, trusting no one but himself.
Hello, is this local authority, Mr. Pino?
So yes, sir. What can I help you?
Hi, Mr. Pino. My name is Mr. Lee. I want to ask you something related to green building.
Okay, sure. So what is the issue, Mr. Lee?
So, this issue is I want to buy a green building, which I contact with a seller of the building, but seems like something is wrong with the building, like it is not truly a green building.
Can I know the name of the person who in charge in this building selling?
It's Dato' Iqmal.
Wait, let me check first. So as the record here, Dato' Iqmal is one of the most famous scammer in this industry, which is always fake about everything that he wanted to sell to gain money and to invest in every construction company. So I think you might get scammed, Mr. Lee.
Oh my god, how can this happen?
It's okay. It is good for you that you seek for me to ask about this. So for your information, you need to learn first about the Green Building Index criteria so that you will not get scammed for the next time.
How can we avoid this issue next time, Mr. Pino?
So firstly, Mr. Lee, all you need to do is green building are designed to save energy and resources and recycle materials and minimize the emission of toxic substances throughout its life cycle. So the owner needs to submit some document to approve the green building using the Green Building Index, which we call is a GBI assessment process. So when the applicant is ready, he may then submit the project for the GBI assessment, design assessment, which is the DA, and the GBI design assessment will be either directly or through an appointed GBI facilitator, and the submission should be done when all the criteria of the design are finalized and preferably before the commencement of the construction so as to enable the project to be monitored and assessed in their entirety. Upon the completion of the project, the applicant should submit the completion and verification assessment, which is the CVA, and the final GBI award will be issued by the GBI accreditation of panel, and upon this CVA assessment.
Oh, I see. Is that all, Mr. Pino?
So, Mr. Lee, you can try to reach for the PA, which he will explain more about the green building criteria to you.
Thank you, Mr. Pino.
Okay, pleasure.
Hello, Mr. Maan.
Hello, Mr. Lee. So, how's the progress regarding the GPI building?
Well, I just got scammed because listening and following your reckless advice.
What? How could this happen?
The Tekma that you just introduced to me turns out to be a scammers.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry regarding about what happened. Me myself also didn't know that he's a scammer. Like I said before, I just found out about him, this so-called Dr. Ikmal, from some influencer promoting him. So if you think about it again, we're kind of on the same page here, right? So again, I'm so sorry.
You know what? I forgive you. Next time I should think twice before considering on making a decision.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Lee.
It's okay. He will make mistake. Hello, I'm Mr. Lee. May I ask you about GBI criteria?
Hello, Mr. Lee. Have a seat. Firstly, welcome to the GPI department. I am Muhammad Said. For the criteria that need be identified before the building can be classified as a green building, among them are energy efficiency, indoor environmental quality, sustainable site plan and management, material and resources, water efficiency, and last, innovation. For example, of GPI building, firstly, Razak Exchange GFX Kuala Lumpur, the Tropical Bukit Jalil, Bukit Bintang City Central BBBC Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, got it. So, how many percent of green building in Malaysia? And can you explain why will be trend at Malaysia in future?
Okay, Mr. Lee. Green building will be a trending in Malaysia using in the increasing number of green building and development project nationwide. The government also encourage the construction of more green building through variation policy scheme and grant offer. Top better design, construction, operation, maintenance and disposal. Green building are more efficient than ordinary building in terms of water, energy and material management. At the same time, if its impact of hurt and the environment is minimal. And for now, 70 buildings have been organized.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, Mr. Shahid, for the explanation.
The conclusion for this story is green building has a lot of benefits that will be mainstream to the future of the construction industry. There are a lot of steps or procedure to obtain the green building index for each structure that has been applied. Pertubuhan Arkitek Malaysia (PAM) has been responsible to score the building that has been applied and giving a ranking GBI. Moral of the story: cheap building can be interesting to buy, but first, look what made it so cheap in detail.